From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
It's a big holidays, LALATE, live and direct from Santa Monica with your fourth stimulus check updated 2021. Minutes ago, the pre-release documents from the Federal Reserve's speech coming in about 4 minutes from now suggest the Federal Reserve will taper faster, as predicted on this channel, and will have at least 2 interest rate spikes next year, as predicted on this channel. Now, the indication is the Federal Reserve will have 3 interest rate spikes. Wow. This is the great news is that fourth stimulus recon is going to the finish line, and that recon is going to get passed in the next 7 days. Wow. In this recording, we can go over all these incredible checks in this entire recon that pays you a lot of money across the board. On average, $15,000 of checks across this entire recon. That recon will get passed in the next few days, so says Leader Schumer. I'll have the latest details. The recon passing, number 1. The Senate changes going in there, number 2. And the big payout, at least $15,000, number 3. But no time or place to wait for fourth stimulus to become a law. You can get that money right today from third stimulus. In this recording, we can go over all the incredible successes the viewers have had in getting their bills paid right today. It's from third stimulus. We'll turn to that student loan debt forgiveness offer across the table on that. That's $10,000. And then fifth stimulus and your COLA raise and what you need to know about it and its impact on your SNAP. But you heard the breaking news delivered first on this channel that the Federal Reserve is tapering faster than thought, as initially predicted on the channel, that there will be 2 or more interest rates now signaling that there'll be 3 next year. So what do you think about this? What do you think about this? I mean, you know, you got something in your hair there. Where'd you get this hairstyle from San Francisco? You got $12 ice cream to go with that hairstyle? Those details and more as we go into a big holidays LA where we go over the beauty of Santa and how he can be depicted in so many different ways and stuff, dolls and more. I'll show you a light Santa. I'll show you Chuck Santa. And I will not be showing you Lobster Mitch Santa. Those details and more as we go into a big holidays LA live direct from Santa Monica with your holiday decor in the second half of this video and your stimulus update in the first part of this video. And the excitement starts right here, right now, as holidays LA commences. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. So here we go. That recon is becoming law. Leader Schumer represents the fourth stimulus recon with the lots of checks. At least $15,000 of them are becoming law in the next few days. I'll go over if he can get this done by Christmas and Christmas Eve. Those checks, lots of them are in there, at least $15,000 of them. I'm going to go over each of those checks. Get your pen and paper ready. Then we're going to turn it to the exciting details of the money that you can get right today from third stimulus and that student loan debt forgiveness. Those details and more, plus the latest details on your big fifth stimulus. It's coming up right now. But first, let's turn to the big money that is in this recon. upwards of about $15,000. Yeah, so there's at least $15,000 of incredible checks in this incredible recon to start off the board. We're going to go over each of those checks starting right now with the first cluster. You ready? Here we go. Cluster number 1 got in there. Hazard paying money for my elders and $4,000 to care for them. $4,000 to care for young children. They got into the Pell Grant $550 check. They got in the money for the children, CTC, $3,600 for 1 more year. Home repairs, if you live in a low-income community, got that free home repairs in there. Wonderful. And then they got in there the money for an electric car, $12,500. Incredible. The first add-on of 3 add-ons and 3 clusters comes from the illustrious Maxine Waters here in Southern California. They got that provision in there, and what is it for? It is for the purchase of your first home. Wow. They wanted to give you $25,000. They got a little bit less, but needless to say, it is still incredible across the board. That is your first of 3 add-ons. She wanted 25. She got a little bit less. Let's turn to the second cluster of checks starting right now. The second cluster has in there the home repairs and paid leave, also the household tax credit, and then the universal pre-kindergarten. Incredible across the board. The second add-on, in turn, comes from the incredible Bob Casey. He wanted to give you $250 billion. He got a little bit less. This is for money for the purchase. This is for money for home health care and seniors on people with disability, covered money across the board. The third cluster checks gets even better, and this is where we have lots of money across the board. In that third cluster, we have in there seniors and free internet, free meals for all, money for my farmers, money for the independent contractors, and then the seniors. Got 3 items across there, coming from the Senate and 2 from the House. Let's compare and contrast. So the House represents, they got in there the hearing and the Medicaid gap fix, but the senators vow they're going to add 3 more on per top of that. The dental, vision, and the lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, which is par for the course of what we're looking at when we're talking about MSC. Those legislators represent, they're adding in an MSC. What does MSC stand for, and how does this work? Well, back in the month of May, legislators told viewers of this channel, thousands of viewers, that they would put at least 1 or more IRS stimulus checks in there, multiple of them. The reason why we use the word MSC refers to IRS sent, because there are multiple checks in this recon, lots of them. This is the one sent out by IRS, not to confuse it. And who do they want it to go to? Same people who got a third stimulus check, $75,000 less, got it, single individual. Married couples, $150,000 less, got it. Double it. Family of 4, quadruple it, they got it as well. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, rural benefits, you got it as well. It's not income, it's not taxable, and go out to all people, whether adult dependents across the board in all states. Now, 2 weeks ago, the legislation landed. The Senate said to re-advocate because now the legislation is in the Senate. Now the ball's in their court. And you did. And boy, did you do well. In the last 2 weeks, 6 viewers have been told by those 6 senators it's going in there. Casey office told Lynn Glenn it's going in there. Tyrell was told by Coons' office it's going in there. Then the wonderful Janet was told by Chuck Schumer's office it's going in there via Bernie. And then the wonderful Donnie and his wife Sharon were told by Ron Wyden's office it's going in there. That's why it's important for you to advocate across the board for its inclusion. And let's look at those senators you want to advocate to for its inclusion. 6 of them you want to make up the phone call to say, I need it, I want it in there. Don't use the word MSC, use simple words. And they are Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. Advocate for its inclusion. Explain your situation of why it's important across the board and why it should be added in there. And that's what's important to do as we get to these final minutes of this recon. Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. Now let me go over the analysis timeline and where we're heading on this recon. Leader Schumer has 2 quotes in the last few days. And if you're new to this channel, Holidays LALATE is our midday and overnight show that covers this in brief and then goes over Holiday Core in the second half. It's a brief rundown of our show. If you want more details, coming up on afternoons at 1 o'clock. Schumer represents that the vote will be passed in the Senate by Christmas Eve, the 24th, Friday. Then the other quote by Schumer says it's going to become a law by the 24th, Christmas Friday. To get it to law by this coming Friday, the 24th, is really hard, folks. Because why? You need a Senate floor vote. You need a 2-day Senate vote-a-rama. You need it going back to the House for 1 day because they're going to change a few words. It has to go back to the House. That's 4 days of voting in a 5-day week. Yeah, to become a law, you can get it done, but it's very tight. To become passed by the Senate, very easy in a 5-day week to get 3 steps done. Do I think it's going to become a law? Yeah, I do think it's become a law because all the signaling is suggesting it's going to become a law in the month of December. Number one, are you getting any money in your wallet by Christmas from forced stimulus? No. Are you getting any money in your wallet before New Year's Eve from forced stimulus? I don't think so. I think it's really tight. I do believe the forced stimulus will become a law by New Year's Eve. Then, so where is that money? The money is available for Christmas stimulus, for third stimulus, available right now. This is your holiday stimulus. And viewers have done it so well with it in the last 2 weeks. The average viewer of this channel has gotten a $5,000 Christmas check that they have now cashed, and viewers continue to get more of it. And that $5,000 Christmas check is incredible because this is money that frees up a lot of things. How does this work? Well, for example, you're getting rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and you're getting it for the month of December. So let's say you have in your wallet a wad of cash to pay the landlord for rent this month, and the rent is $1,000. Imagine you don't have to pay that landlord anything this month because someone else paid for it. The wad of cash stays in your wallet, $1,000. Now you can have that $1,000 to go buy holiday gifts, to go buy Christmas ornaments, to go buy holiday meals, to take a vacation for holidays. Yes, that is now the opportunity across the board. We've been doing this for over a year. We did this in fall of 2020 when there wasn't a lot of money. Now it's a lot of money and very easy to get it. The 6 places where to get it, the 5 nonprofits, all featured in the newsletter. Consider becoming a member today and also watch the 1 o'clock afternoon show coming up next. Do I believe the recon's becoming a law in the month of December? Yes. Do I believe the third stimulus has a lot of money to pay you right now? Absolutely. Meantime, what about that student loan debt forgiveness? $10,000 offer on the table. Democrats should take it. The president already forgiven student loan debts for individuals who became disabled and went to work in the nonprofit or public sector after graduation. Fifth stimulus in your COLA raise and SNAP. So your benefits are going up 5.9% nationwide, nationally, automatically, starting January 1. Because your benefits are going up, your SNAP will be decreased. But understand your SNAP went up 25% on average in October. So it's not going to go back down 25%. Fifth stimulus comes in and says, I want to raise you up even more. And then they want to remove the asset cap, remove the income cap, and remove the marriage penalty. Meantime, what is going on with the Federal Reserve? This is a live broadcast, so let me see if I can refresh and see if I can get the actual statement. So the Federal Reserve, the way it operates is it first issues a guidance right before the speech starts, and then he delivers the speech. Well, we had the guidance before I even pressed record on this live broadcast, which is that the tapering will be actually much more aggressive than initially thought. So going into today's recording, I said that I believe the tapering was going to be aggressive, and I said that there was going to be 2 interest rate spikes, with the first one in Q1. I may have to pat myself on the back again on this, folks, because it looks like I'm all right on this one. First, the tapering will be very aggressive. The Fed is going to buy $60 billion of bonds each month starting January, and then half that out to 30, then half that out to 15 by November, and then reduce it to 2022. So it's going to be it is going to be down to 15. Is a substantial tapering than initially thought. But it's key in line with what I had predicted. Number 2, I told you that there was going to be 2 interest rate spikes in 2022 when we initially thought there was going to be 1. Well, the indication now is that there will be 3, and not necessarily just 1. If we want to watch the live feed, we could watch it, but I don't really interrupt our holiday show right now. And with that, there you go. Let's go into, in the second half of this video, the incredible details of how to bring Santa in all his hairstyles, all his different hair looks. We'll be touching back on how to prepare that holiday meal, because we love to talk about food on this channel. First, Santa and his different looks, then the holidays meals. In the live chat, if you're in the live chat right now, post a comment. Have you started preparing your holiday meal? And what type of preparation have you done? I'll be going into the live chat and interacting with you as Holidays LA goes the second half. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now from Santa Monica as Holidays LA continues. During the live chat, during the commercial break, I saw 2 comments. I do not want to say who said the comments, but I want to read them on air and talk about them because they're very, very helpful to where this channel's going and where this channel has been. One viewer writes, will we get an MSC? And then another person writes in the live chat, is there going to be an MSC? And if so, when will it go out? What is this? Donut. It's Donut Guy. And I had told you all along that Donut Guy and Donut Gal show up when the recon gets to the finish line. Those 2 type of people are going to do very badly in 2022 and are ending the year 2021 in a very bad situation because those are people who are just looking to collect an automatic check that automatically lands in their hand when things become a law. Forced stimulus recon is not about things automatically landing in your hand. It's about people cleaning up. In the last week, viewers are cleaned up with $5,000 checks. Did either of those 2 people get $5,000 checks? Unlikely. $5,000 checks because they listened to the recordings, applied the information, and got the big money under third stimulus. When you look at fourth stimulus, same situation, even more so. Fourth stimulus is the biggest recon we've ever seen in the history of the channel. And while the graphic on this channel shows that it's going to be an average of $15,000, it's potentially you're going to get to $50,000 to $60,000. That person, on the other hand, may still to that very moment while you're collecting your $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 of checks, going to say, when does mine land in the mailbox? There's an information, educational, how-to channel. And those 2 people truly embody what this channel is not, which is just looking to collect a check in their hand. It doesn't give them any information. They're not learning anything. They're not educating themselves about anything. This is how you're going to step aside from those type of people. And in 2022, in 2021, you have done so well. Average viewer gets channel gain 45,000 from third stimulus. But when we get to fourth stimulus, boy, you can do really, really well. Let's turn to that holiday decor and also that holiday meal. During the commercial break, I asked you, have you started to cook your holiday meal yet or do any type of meal preparation? Let me jump in the live chat and see what some of the comments are across the board. One person says, yeah, I have continued to collect to get it going. Let me get the screen going down there because it's locked up. Okay, here we go. Hello, Santa. Constantly glad. How are you? Dragon having a laugh. I think we all deserve a laugh on that. And let's go over some of the details. I see the comments are maybe a little bit delayed behind me. Oh, the lighting's interesting because Santa's blocking the lights because I have someone says. So here's Santa number 1. He is very, very white, and this shows you how to wrap and how not to wrap the Santa at the end of the season. He is just covered with little particles. I gotta clean him up. Gotta get the blow dryer and just blow down his little thingies here. It's like one in his beard here is a little mess here. Is he adorable? Just adorable. Shows you different ways that you could depict Santa and his hairstyle. Just he needs to go that San Francisco hairstyle. You didn't go to Nancy's, did you? He has an incredibly beautiful little beard. I like what he's wearing. He clearly has a little tummy. Let's turn on the protrusion, show how much he's protruding. But he has this gorgeous little ribbing, a very delicate, intricate ribbing here along his, it looks like a vest. A lot of little shine in the vest works because it's picking up the color. Then he's holding a bag and the rope is in his hand. Look at the incredible detail of that rope in that hand. He has another rope in the other hand. In the left hand, he's holding some bells, and the bells are hanging below him. On the right side, he is holding on to the back of the bag, and the bag is in the back. Very, very great detail. I don't even remember where this is from. Let me see. Oh my goodness, is that cheap? Where was this from? This is insanely cheap. Not a toy, it's for decoration. Yeah, it says not a toy, it's for decoration. Well, thank you. It looks like it's from Target, I believe. But my goodness, it's either Target or Home Depot. It does not have a brand name on there. But it was a distributor. But boy, insanely cheap. And look at the decorations. I mean, I'm looking at this and thinking, oh, this was, a $200 doll, $200 decoration. It was not. It's less than $15. Can you imagine? Less than $15 for this guy. So just really quite adorable. And that's not sale price. That was the going price. His coat really quite decadent. So today's theme is about how Santa's depicted so differently. This is one type of Santa. Very, very white, very beautiful and pristine. A little bit dusty and dirty. He needs to be clean. This is right after this video is over. That's going to be done. I see I'm taking out the focus by bringing him in tightly into the camera, so sorry about that. And here comes Santa number 2. Let's see if I don't drop him. Oh, he's a little bit heavier. Oh, Lord, he's much heavier. Oh, my goodness. You've been eating a lot, Santa. So there you go. Have you been eating Anne's zucchini boats? Yesterday we went over Vegetarian Christmas. That was a great show. Vegetarian Christmas. I would never thought of that as a show concept, but boy, that was a great episode. So here is a heavier Santa, and he's just a ball of holly and jolly and all that good stuff. He is well fed. He got his third stimulus. He's well fed. He went to he went to a Pollo Loco with the reindeers and just went crazy. So he's very, really rotund, and he is holding, what is he holding? It's very strange. He's holding a garland in his hand. I don't know why Santa would be holding a garland. It's over here. Very, very interesting concept. It doesn't make sense, but it works. Oh boy, a lot of dust in the bottom. He has a gorgeous fur coat. I mean, look at this fur coat. I mean, this would rival any Real Housewives reunion. It's fake fur. It's fake fur. Sorry, do not send Peter any messages. And he has on his right hand, he is holding a basket. Okay, so this guy has a basket as well. In the basket is all the fan mail for Mitch. That's why it's a small basket. And he has a little red basket, very cute. And he has a lot of fur in the front. He has the white fur beard, just like the other one. He does not have mittens on, so he does not have the burning mittens on. So if you've been naughty or nice, depends on whether he's going to stop at your house. Ted Cruz, he's not stopping at. Josh Hawley, oh no, it's not even in his time zone. He's just skipping over the whole Josh Hawley zip code. But there he is. He's just a ball of jolly. What's very fascinating is that they are made by the same manufacturer. The facial expression is very different, but very, very different Santas. And it shows you how differently Santa can be depicted. You just don't want him to look like Mitch. You know, it's scale little kids. So there you go. I mean, we had one comment in one of the videos recently where someone said, whenever I travel, I like to get the different Santas. Of course, if you're a big traveler, get all the different Santas of wherever you travel to, because he will be depicted very differently in different countries. And that is sort of the beauty of a universal Christmas, and very educational for the children as well. Let me jump on the live chat with you right now. Anne says he has one fan left from Mitch in his basket. Bob Bacon. There are different Santas depicting different versions of Santa from different countries. Lynn Glenn, I love that. It's beautiful. I'd buy something like that. Yeah, they're incredible. Now, supply chain problems. We ain't gonna see these things until maybe 5 years from now again. But when there was no problem, very, very important across the board. Let's see some more of the comments. Uh, by Santa. Oh, I thought Susie was saying by Santa. She's saying no, by Sandy. Yeah, ain't leaving. You don't want to say goodbye, Santa, just yet. Anna's back with her zucchini boat comments. Yeah, zucchini boat. I mean, just zucchini boat. I think that was in a Doja Cat video. Doesn't the guy in the Doja Cat music video? Isn't he in the zucchini boat? You have to know the music video to understand that joke. I think that the guy in the Doja Cat music video is in a zucchini boat. Everyone's going to Google and look up that music video now that you heard that comment. Have you prepared your Christmas meal yet? No, I guess no one has, because no one has answered that question yet in today's video. And we do have good connectivity, so I'm not going to blame it on bad connectivity. Let's see. The veggie holiday show was a lot of fun. I mean, who would have thought a vegetarian holiday show? I mean, that is just, the networks are calling and say, Ella, can you do that for us? Here's Dragon. I leave up my collection all year long. Oh, wow. That is incredible. Bobby, yes, I have a few of those, says Dragon. Back to Bob. Let's go into some more of the comments. So has anyone started working on their holiday meal? I guess not. Some people do. Some people start the preparation on the holiday meal right now. For me, no. For me, no. LA, are there bacon strips on the tree behind you? Are those bacon strips on the tree behind you? No, those are orchids, which are almost at end of life. And then those are new orchids, and then those are newer orchids, and then those are white potato plants. I want to get some lights on. I want to change it up a little bit across the board. There is Ann saying, I'm going to go do some of those veggie dishes now based upon this show. L8, any bacon strips on that behind? Another person asking her for bacon strips. What goes on in that meal preparation for Christmas is really a task. So when do you start your meal preparation? When do you start your cooking? When do you start your buying? I like to know what I'm doing for Christmas at least 2 weeks in advance. I like to sort of know what I'm doing. And whether it's a steak or a casserole or a lamb or a beef or fish, I like to sort of know ahead of time, 2 weeks out, what I'm doing. So I sort of visualize in my mind. So if I know what I'm doing, then I give myself some time to buy, because buying the things at the market is sort of an effort, and you don't always have time. So you want to give yourself a 2 week. Well, wait a second, we're inside of 2 weeks now. So you're late. Breaking news, you're late to prepare for Christmas for your meal. Yeah. So by now you should have already prepared in your mind what you're having to have for Christmas. You should have already prepared in your mind what you're having for Christmas, and you're actually sort of late. By now you should perhaps start to buy or have bought the items that you're going to make for Christmas. Why? Because a lot of the items are frozen, perhaps, like a frozen turkey or frozen vegetables. You're going to have to thaw them. A lot of the items will require some preparation and cutting and chopping if they're fresh. Here's Diane, 2 to 4 weeks planning. Yeah, so Diane is 2 to 4 weeks. So Diane is giving you the peer pressure as I am. You're late. You're late. You started this 3 weeks ago. So yeah, you should have had that meal preparation done about 2 weeks ago. Here's Olivia. She's ordering Chinese. She's ordering Chinese. Yeah, McDonald's, really great way to prepare for McDonald's for Christmas meal. Very funny. We got a funny group here today. So by now with Christmas next Friday, and we always have this debate. It's not Friday, it's Saturday. Well, I'm referring to the 24th. That's a whole other show. You should be at the market. You should be at the market the end of this week or this weekend, and preferably today or yesterday. Why? Because everyone is going to be at the market this weekend. Everyone's going to be at the market this weekend buying for the next week. They ain't going to buy the Christmas meal the night before. Everything's going to be gone. So So Bob Bacon says, I'm a bacon maker. So he's making the bacon about across the board. And Len says, that's what I'm all about, getting those different Santa Christmases. Go to the store, things are gone. Yeah, things are, supermarket supply chain issues. Um, I haven't seen those here in Los Angeles, but it just sort of depends on stuff across the board. Here's Joyce says, I'm making my green beans with fresh garlic, salt, and pepper. So that sounds wonderful. So she just has to only buy one item. So she's pretty easy on that. Uh, Kalisha says, I know what I'm making. I've been making the same thing since I was 10 years old. I'm 55 years old now. I love Kalisha's comment. I know what I'm making, Ally. I've been making it since I was 10 years old. I'm 55 now, so it's nothing difficult. There's Lashisha. So let's address Lashisha's comment. Lashisha, I'm upset because it's something for everyone else, but not for SSI. 100% untrue, Lashisha. 100% untrue. Third stimulus recon, the average view of this channel has gone 45,000, and the average view of this channel is on SSI. Did you get anything from third stimulus? Did you get the $5,000 this last week from third stimulus? SSI viewers have gotten as well. Fourth stimulus will have on average $15,000 for SSI viewers. There's sometimes, not taking it out on Lahisha at all, I'm just talking about in general, there is this altered universe for SSI reporting, where SSI people say, there's nothing for SSI. I think somewhere along the line, someone said, I need a provision that says it's the bacon provision. And unless it's bacon, it's not for me. Sorry, Bacon. Sorry, Bob. Bob Bacon, the live chat. Unless the Ann provision's in there, there's nothing for Ann. Well, no. I mean, she has the zucchini boat. She's fine. So no, there is lots of money for SSI recipients in this incredible recon, absolutely across the board. Joe Cameron, I think Scrooge and Grinch are in the White House. Love you so much. I wouldn't call them Scrooge. I would call them sort of the person who lost the list at the North Pole that, doesn't have the backup hard drive. I just think they move really slowly. And, we're all sitting here. The elephant in the room is they could have gotten this done and had this money flowing in your hands for Christmas. That's the elephant in the room. And they just sort of act like it's not even an elephant in the room. I'm like, this is sort of the obvious situation. So yeah, I do think they're not Scrooges, but I think they just really insanely, their time management is horrible. Nothing to like across the board. Bobby, I'm the little piggy who went to the beach. Let's see some more comments. So here's William. I bought 2 hams for our annual Gold Prospectors Christmas party. Okay, so he's doing a ham for gold. I have the ham I love, the ham I adored, William. But what is a Gold Prospectors party? I feel like I'm supposed to know this, and I didn't get the memo about it. Is this something like is this a thing they do somewhere? Is this a sort of a party that I just never been invited to, and everyone has a gold prospectors party? I don't, because I'm trying to visualize it. Maybe they dressed up as a gold prospector. And how do you dress up as a gold prospector? I'm thinking it sort of looks like Greg Abbott, the Texas governor. I don't understand what this look would look like. Did you check out any holiday cheese balls yet, Ella? Diane? Diane, I don't eat that much cheese. Because, well, let's take it back. I love cheese. Could eat it going out of style. But my stomach doesn't like too much cheese. I can do the hard cheeses, but a soft cheese will put me out of commission for 30 days. So there's a place in LA that I rediscovered. I knew about it, forgot, and then remembered it existed for chili rellenos. And chili rellenos, of course, have cheese in them. So when I buy it, I take the cheese out. That's how much I'm ready for those holiday cheese balls. But thank you, Diane, for the great question. Vena had a great idea. I did not see Vena's great idea. Dragon says Anne ate all this holiday sushi. Now, what is Christmas sushi? I do not know what Christmas sushi is. I guess they put the how do you make Christmas sushi? Is that another show? How do we make Christmas sushi? The cucumber is the green, and the red is like a little pimento. I mean, or the seaweed is green, or sort of darkish green. I can see a sushi Christmas. Sushi Christmas, isn't there a commercial about that actually? Here is Barbara. I plan my meal my meal 3 days, 3 weeks ahead of time. Then by 2 weeks before, and 1 week to get ready, and I start my pies and candies the week of. Wow, that's great planning. I love what Barbara Kramer said. Love it. She plans her meals 3 weeks ahead of time, buys them 2 weeks out, and then starts getting the week ahead of time, and then does her pies and cakes, candies the week of. I like that. Uh, what is my suggestion? Not that I'm the be all or end all. Uh, Supply chain is a different issue for different people in different cities and different states. I see no shortage of vegetables here in Los Angeles because so much of it comes from Los Angeles. So I see no shortage of vegetables. Now I do see price points of the vegetables changing dramatically. Asparagus 129 a pound about 2 weeks ago, now $3 a pound. Brussels sprouts, the price has changed. The tomatoes changing dramatically. And I don't mean just going up. It's going down, it's going up, and it's going back down, it's going back up. So it's not like an inflationary play at all. So if you're trying to price it out at a good price point, then maybe buy really far in advance for the vegetables. But I see no shortage of vegetables. I see no shortage of the shipped in meat. So the meat that's not naturally grown locally. I see no shortage of that. But I do see shortage of your non-traditional holiday meals, like the chickens, which you usually don't do chicken for Christmas. I do see shortage of chicken, but that is why that buying ahead of time is very helpful. Here's Lynn Glenn. I bought all my food for the holidays ahead of time. There you go. So if it's vegetables, there's no reason not. Here's the takeaway. If it's vegetables, there's no reason to buy it, not to buy it now. We're 1 week out. Certainly buy it right now. Second, if it's a frozen item like anything from a turkey to a lamb to a fish, no reason to buy it now because we are 1 week out. Here's Lynn. I'm buying sirloin over for Christmas. So Dragon can throw Sandy out of the room if sirloin says, I had sirloin for Christmas. I ate sirloin for Christmas. Yeah, we don't like that joke on this channel. Sandy's always making that joke. I like saying it's not very funny. No one is eating sirloin for Christmas, and we're not going to say that joke on this channel. You do not eat cast members on the show. This is not, Little Shop of Horrors or Sweeney Todd. If you know those musicals, you know what I'm talking about. The great idea for a homemade fudge, Vena. Yeah, so everyone's talking about Vena's homemade fudge, and I missed it. I would not know how to make that. Never made anything like that. Oh, here's Vena. It says, Vena Mays. I'm making homemade fudge for gifts. Wow, that sounds wonderful. Really quite deliciousness across the board. Very, very incredible. And says I'm becoming in lactose intolerance from this channel. uh, there is Lynn Glenn inviting sirloin over. Well, she's inviting sirloin over. That's good. That's good. He'll eat lots of milk if you have lots of milk for you, and lots of grass, so he eats your front lawn. But yeah, preparing that meal out definitely need to get in point. We're 1 week out from Christmas, and the set still needs to evolve a little bit more. So I have to get to it. And where this show will continue. Holidays LA has been a big success and a lot of fun this holiday season. And last year, what happened after Holidays LA, after the holiday was, after Christmas was over, it became, New Year's coverage on Holidays LA. And then right after that, it became Home LA, which focused on the home issues and home decor. So if you really like this show, stay with it, and it will morph into those versions. First, the version about about New Year's Eve, and then the version about home decor. YouTube was just saying no data. I'm like, no data, what does that mean? But it's an excellent connection. So I'm like, okay, it's an excellent connection. There's no data. I don't know what that means. Zombies are starving. Someone said. Zombies are starving at the shortage of brains. Oh boy, I should not have said that on here. So let's turn back to the breaking news. If you just joined this channel at the 11th hour, the breaking news, of course, is the Federal Reserve. Let's refresh and let's see what came in on the Federal Reserve. So The Federal Reserve's announcement is exactly as I had pressed record, but the Federal Reserve is now saying it verbally. So the Federal Reserve, the way they do it, is they have the pre-release transcript of what they're going to say, and then they have the actual announcement. So the Federal Reserve is first tapering faster. I predicted this over the last week. Number two, the Federal Reserve will have at least 2 interest rate spikes in 2022. I predict this as well. 2 for 2 on me. The only thing I didn't predict was that it's going to be 3 interest rate spikes in 2022. So a lot more aggressive. What is Wall Street's reaction to the situation? Wall Street likes it at the moment. Wall Street, I thought, was going to crash. So I was wrong on that one. Wall Street is relatively flat. The Dow Jones 178 up less than 1%. The NASDAQ up about 1%. Let's jump over to crypto and see how crypto is reacting to the news, if it's moving at all or whether it's the same way as it was before. The crypto is liking it a little bit. Bitcoin is up about 4% on the news. Ethereum is up 6% on the news. Let's jump into some of our meta coins. Decentraland is up 7% on the news. Wow. So Decentraland was crashing earlier today and is now up 7% on the news. So very, very fascinating. Crypto is seen as a hedge against inflation. And the Fed's policy is to combat inflation. So it's a very, very strange takeaway. You would think that crypto investors are saying the Fed didn't do it as strong as they thought, and there will be more inflation, and hence you want to buy crypto. Really sort of screwy way of thinking about the situation. And Wall Street's reaction is, we like it, we're up, meaning that Wall Street thought the Fed was going to maybe do it even more aggressive than I thought. Or what I really think is that it was baked in. I think the risk was already baked in. Remember, you buy on the rumor, you sell on the news. So the rumor was you thought it was going to be very austere, what the Fed said, and that it was not that austere. And so you want to maybe buy more. So we may be in the battleground of a Santa Claus rally, which would mean we go up higher across the board. I'll have all my analysis coming up next on evenings at 5 o'clock. But meantime, stay with the show. It's going to automatically take you to the 1 o'clock afternoon show. Then we got a brand new afternoon show at 3 o'clock, and then a brand new evening show at 5. This show replays every night on the holidays stream stimulus show. And that is always at 7 o'clock. Evening's countdown, then holidays stream stimulus, and then, of course, Calcino. Thank you for all your incredible comments in the live chat. Hope everyone is getting ready with their holiday meals. We have Diane and Lynn, and there's Ann. Full room today. Very, very full room. Olivia. There is, who else is in the room? Dragon, William, and Bob Bacon. Thank you for your incredible comments. The other Shirley, Barbara, as well. Join me next as the afternoon show continues. Stay with me. First, subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. And with that, stay with LALATE for more.